is Jalisa Miller of Life Church, and today we have the lovely Mrs. Michele Chambers.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you today. It's so beautiful. So here at Life Church, as you know, Pastor Green, he has wanted to shed the light on just positive things that Life Church has been able to do and how it's been able to change the lives and impact those in a great positive way. So as we kind of discuss your story, would you like to share with us a little bit about you, Miss Michele Chambers?
I'm from South Side, from the West Pullman area. I went to Julian like Pastor Green did, so he talks about the Jaguars all the time. But I met Pastor Green at Victory. I was working in some youth ministries, some other ministries, so that's how I met Pastor Green.
So you told me about your family and how you all were, really close, having dinners together at your home. So what happened that kind of changed all that?
So in 2004, I was actually at Victory, and I was at a Ruth meeting, and I got a phone call that my parents had been in an accident, and that my mother was killed in an accident, along with 20 other people, and her best friend and some other friends of hers. So I just kind of remember that day, and it just shifted my entire life.
So with that shift, what changes did you go through just internally?
To be honest, I think I just shut down. My father did survive the accident, so I went into care mode. My father lost his leg in the accident. He was blind, so it kind of shifted my whole life. I was newly married. I'd only been married a year when my mom died, so I had a new marriage, and then I kind of had to go into the role of as carrier as well, along with my brothers and sisters. So it was a different, so I don't really remember a lot about that time because I think I just sort of went into a different area of my life. Just everything changed so rapidly that I don't really remember a lot of what I really felt. After, so the years following my mom's death, and shortly after my mother-in-law passed away, and so it was really a tough time for myself and my husband. And so then, we're just busy working and kind of living life and taking care of my father daily. And I just sort of drifted away from church. I was sort of disconnected from friends, from a lot of people, my family, sort of my brothers and sisters. It changed us. We weren't as close as we were. We kind of just got a little distant. I think we all were grieving in our own ways. And I think being together in a way kind of made us sadder in a sense because my parents had been married for 47 years. And so it was, really, we were pretty close. We did a lot of things together. So I think when my mother died, it sort of kind of broke the barrier a little bit. So it's really difficult.
Moms are like that.
Yes, moms hold the family together. And so I think that had a lot to do with it. I would visit churches. I watched church on television, but I wasn't committed to church. I wasn't going to church like I should. I wasn't serving in church anymore. I sort of let taking care of my father and my family, that became the most important thing for me for a long time.
So how long did you care for your father?
I cared for my father for about 5 years, and then one day I just got another call at work. Another call at work, and it was my siblings. Each of my siblings would call in my office and my cell phone, and I just knew something was going on. And I went to the hospital. And my dad had died, so that was another big blow because it was unexpected. My dad was relatively well, and he was kind of recovering from some of his grief, and so that was a hard night. I remember telling my best friend, who's a minister, we've been best friends for over 30 years, and I remember calling her from the hospital, just like, I'm kind of done. That kind of shut me down. Sorry.
Yeah, I got a little emotional.
Yep, sorry. I didn't think I was going to cry.
It's going to be emotional. It's like you're healed from you're healed from those things, but you remember, for me, I remember, you remember the pain, and then looking at today, you see that you made it. And it
Absolutely.
can be overwhelming at times, and it shows you just how powerful God's love is.
Absolutely.
His love and keeping us in those times, even when we aren't faithful, God is still faithful.
Absolutely.
And keeping us, and that amazes me every day. So as you were faced with all of this, first was your mom, a couple of years later your dad, and being faced with all of these things, how did Life Church and Pastor Green play a part in your healing process?
Well, all of the time that I was away from church, Pastor Green always called. He always called. He always emailed me. He would come to my office and have lunch with me. He would always stay in touch, and he would always reach out to me, give me a call, and he would always ask, are you in church, and where do you go? And I have a couple of churches, and I have some good pastor friends, and I was like, I'm fine. But he always kept his hand on me, and we became friends as well.
That's good. Yeah.
During that time, and just stay in touch and let me know that he was always there if I ever needed him.
How did you find out about Life Church?
Well, a few years before he started Life Church, on one of his trips to meet with me here in my office, he let me know. He said, I'm going to start a church, and I'm waiting on God's timing. And I told him, I said, when you start a church, I'll come. I'll come serve with you when you start a church. And he said, okay. So when it became close to, he let me know, and that's how I came to Life Church.
So what is your role with Life Church today?
I'm the treasurer of Life Church.
How did that happen?
Well, I've been in finance for almost 30 years.
Wow. Okay.
So I was just serving at church. I was doing hospitality, whatever he needed around the church. And one day he just called me up and said, I'd really love for you to be the treasurer. And I was honored. Really let me use my gifts for God, things that I love. I love finance. I love helping people. So it was the best of both worlds. So.
Wow, yeah, it's amazing when you can make a living doing what you love and pleasing God all at the same time.
Absolutely.
So during your healing process, I'd like to call that restoration. Restoration and healing began to take place.
Yes.
How do you look at life now?
So, for those years, I can honestly say they're kind of a blur. I enjoyed life, but I didn't have joy. And now, over the years, and especially the last couple of years, I have found a renewed sense of peace, a renewed sense of joy, and I feel reconnected with God. And even though I know that God never left me, I know I was grief-stricken, but I also was very angry. When you are going through things like that, it's really hard to really focus on the good things. But today,
I always see you smiling.
I'm so happy now, and I'm blessed. I have a great husband, a great daughter, family. My brothers and sisters and I are close. They come and visit Life Church.
Hey, that's good.
I've always had a really good, close group of friends that have always been there for me. So life is really good.
That's really good.
Yes.
So, as we close, I would like to thank you for sharing your testimony with us and sharing how Life Church has changed something so drastic and you being the person you are today. Would you say that you feel like you're a better person today than before?
So I am happier. I am more peaceful. I think I have learned to be more centered and more centered in God. That no matter what happens, that God, I know God is always there, even if I don't feel like He's there, even if I don't want Him there, He's there. And there were some years that I didn't recognize that. I didn't acknowledge God.
Well, thank you, Miss Michele Chambers. Chambers. We really enjoyed having you a part of Life Changers today. I am Jalisa Miller of Life Church. We will see you all next time.